Ladies and gents, hello and welcome back to some more reacts. This one is from Cast Notes. It is Most Disturbing Camping Encounters Caught on Camera. Let's dive in and check out. I will leave the link in the description. If anyone wants to check them out, feel free to do so. Really appreciate it. Let's go.
In March of 2025, a YouTuber named Rob uploaded a chilling video titled Vikings Tomb Camping Gone Wrong to his channel Rob Call Nature. His channel is dedicated to outdoor exploration, where he documents footage of himself camping in often remote and harsh conditions across Europe. In this particular video, Rob decided to go on a solo overnight camping trip to a forest in Finland known as the Vikings Tomb. According to Rob, he had recently discovered the location while randomly searching through Google Maps. During his research, he found that the tomb was located in an extremely remote part of the forest, and that it only had one photo available online. Rob, being an experienced camper, decided to be among the first to document an overnight stay at the Vikings tomb. As Rob began his exploration and made his way to the tomb, he parked his car and began walking. During this time, he started explaining to his viewers about how he'd found the location and why he was going there. However, just moments later, as he was talking to his viewers, that's when things started to take a very bizarre turn for Rob.
Only one picture taken from that Viking tomb. So I thought that place we have to visit. I just parked my car on.
With him like looking back and stuff, I'm trying to look in the background just to see if I can see anything.
The closest road to this place. That's weird. Why would they do that? That really bothered me. Why would they take pictures of my car? When I unpacked my car, there drove a car by. They slowed down pretty much when they saw me. And just now, before I left the road into the woods, they made another round and took a picture of my license plate. Maybe it was the landowner. Maybe they thought I was a poacher.
Still a bit weird though.
This could be private property. But as long as you behave and respect the forest.
Like, the thing is though, like, if this is private property and you own it, wouldn't you want to do something with all this land? Surely you'd want to like start building some shit. I would, mate.
There shouldn't be any issues.
As soon as Rob stepped out of his car and was walking towards the tomb, he suddenly noticed someone taking pictures of his car. Rob immediately walked towards the individual and called out, but he unfortunately didn't receive any response. Disturbingly, Rob also mentioned that the individual had driven past him and slowed down when he initially parked his car. The same person had then returned and was taking pictures of his license plate. This detail was particularly alarming, given that Rob was in the middle of nowhere. The fact that the individual had somehow found him suggested they might be trying to stalk him or even rob him. However, Rob didn't dwell on this detail and eventually dismissed the individual as a property owner or simply a harmless visitor. Rob then resumed his exploration and began making his way towards the tomb. Unfortunately for Rob, he got lost trying to locate the site and kept walking in a loop for several minutes.
I'm not even close, so I have to cross another small valley. I found a trail and I'm walking in circles. I found the lake. Oh my god, a deer. There it went. I've got the lake on my right side. So if I follow the lake to the south, that should take me straight for the Viking tomb. I think I can see the hill that it's on. Here is where the deer came. One of them saw me. They sprinted away towards the lake. The south shorelines of Finland, they're really lush with white-tailed deer.
After Rob got lost trying to locate the tomb, he eventually found the lake and decided to follow its path, hoping that the trail would finally lead him to the site. He continued walking on the trail, and fortunately he didn't hear or see any signs that indicated that the individual he'd seen earlier was following him. All he saw during this time was a deer running away from him. For the next several minutes, he continued walking on the trail and eventually stumbled upon the Viking's tomb.
Well, I think I can see.
The thing is though, like, how are you going to see anyone in these woods? They could just be standing behind any goddamn tree. I don't think I could do this on my own. I'd have to be in a massive group. Oh,
It. Cool.
Oh, I love the sound of the snow. Oh, I just don't like winter.
Well, it's plundered, all right. Well, no trophies for me. I wonder how many hundreds of years ago they plundered this place. They could have left a sword for me, or two. Imagine hauling all this rock to this place. And these are some big boulders.
After locating the Viking's tomb, Rob was absolutely fascinated by what he was looking at. Stone formations arranged in a circle, surrounded by dense forest and the lake. Rob was truly glad that he had traveled there. He later mentioned that Vikings might have sailed to this place as part of their trading route or battle, given that the forest was close to both the Gulf of Finland and the Baltic Sea. Intrigued by everything he discovered, Rob decided to set up his hammock camp right next to the site and take some rest.
I did this exact setup last week when I did some island hopping in the Finnish archipelago, and it worked really good. But the temperatures then was about 0 degrees at night, but tonight it's gonna go down to about -4 degrees Celsius. So for the back I've got the foam pad, and to cover the roof an old wool blanket. What a nice view.
In -4, man, bollocks to that shit.
I've got my movie theater ready, and then I've got the thermometer outside and inside. Outside we've got -0.5 and inside 3.6 degrees Celsius. It's not every day you get to movie night hammock camp by a Viking tomb.
After a long day of travel, Rob decided to settle into his hammock. During this time, he noted that the temperature outside was -5 degrees Celsius, while the temperature inside was around 3 degrees, which is just above freezing. However, Rob believed he was prepared for the harsh weather, as he was wearing suitable clothing, had placed a foam pad under him, and had a wool blanket over the hammock. For the next several hours, everything seemed to be going pretty smoothly for Rob. He enjoyed his dinner and even managed to watch a movie on his phone. However, as night began to set in and temperatures started to drop, at around midnight the harsh weather conditions began to affect Rob. Despite his warm clothing and layers of foam pads, he started to shiver vigorously, though not to the point of hypothermia, yet not safe enough to spend the night. Rob then decided the best and safest course of action was to leave his camp and return to his car. However, the real challenge for Rob now was to avoid getting lost again and safely navigate his way back to his car before the weather affected him further.
The wind is really cooling down this shelter, even though I'm all tucked in. I just can't seem to get warm, so I'm just laying here shivering. I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Am I hypothermic? No, but it's really uncomfortably cold. One last glimpse of the Viking tomb. Now that I'm all packed up and ready to go, I can tell you this much. I've had chills going up my spine all evening. And I also have that feeling I have to get out of here. It's almost midnight. We've got a full moon. I know which way is east. I have to keep an easterly direction, and I should hit the road. The most crucial thing now is not to panic, because it's dark and cold. I'm only using the moon as my compass, and I know that the road is towards the moon. Slowly but surely I'm making my way to the road.
I don't blame him, look, 'cause it must be absolutely fucking freezing there, man. I couldn't do that shit, man. Not in that weather.
Oh yeah, success. But we're not home yet. I know about where I am. I've still got some hiking to do.
Some hiking? Fuck me, that's miles away. Where's his map?
Success. But we're not home yet. I know about where I am.
It's fucking cars over here. I'm gonna take it. He's somewhere like around this area, maybe. Surely he can't be all the way over here, man.
I've still got some hiking to do.
Well, no, he's on the road now, isn't he? So I think he was further down
After
here.
deciding to return to his car, Rob followed the moonlight to navigate his way towards it. For any other campers or explorers, navigating through the darkness in such freezing temperatures would be considered dangerous and extremely risky. But for Rob, being an experienced camper, the journey back to his car would still be difficult. But it was the only option he had, as staying in his hammock in such harsh conditions wouldn't be safe. For the next several minutes, Rob kept walking back to his car, and fortunately he didn't get lost this time. He eventually saw his car in the distance and was truly grateful that he had made it back safely. However, as soon as he approached his car, that's when he stumbled upon something truly disturbing.
Well, I found her. My princess in...
I'm gonna guess they've like popped his tyres or done some, like some sort of damage.
in shiny armor. Well, someone has been interested in my car. I knew there was something off. These are not my footprints.
These ones over here kind of look like kids' footprints. Look how small these are compared to all these ones.
The left one is mine, and the right one is the visitor in the night. When we headed out, someone took a picture of my car. Well, maybe they're as curious as I am. Well, that's the... let's just get out of here.
Like, the thing is, do you stop and check your car out, or do you just get straight in your car and piss off? Because technically there could be something wrong with your car, they could have done something. But it's like, do you wait about and find out? See if someone turns up or what?
Oh my, what a trip. That was quite the experience. I've never had anyone stalking me before. It wasn't stalking, but when I parked my car, I never walked on the passenger side. That side was full of prints. Those were not my footprints. Someone was clearly very interested. Why was I there, or why was my car parked there?
As soon as Rob reached his car, he was startled to discover fresh footprints walking around it. He also mentioned that he hadn't walked by the passenger side of the car when he initially parked it. This detail confirmed that the individual taking pictures of Rob's car must have returned at some point during the night and for some reason had been walking around it, potentially intending to steal the contents inside the car or even the car itself. After yet another bizarre discovery, Rob lost interest in investigating further and ultimately decided to leave the forest and go back home. It remains unclear who the individual was or why they were taking pictures, along with a mystery behind whether the individual meant any harm. However, based on everything Rob witnessed that night, it seems very unlikely that the individual was there to harm or rob him, especially since Rob's car was completely untouched despite him leaving it in the middle of nowhere for hours. It's more plausible that the individual could have been a ranger or simply the landowner who was merely there to check on.
Yeah, but the thing is though, if it was a ranger or owner, wouldn't they have acknowledged him when he was stood there waving to him? You'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
On Rob out of pure curiosity about why someone was in such a remote part of the forest so late at night. But regardless of the individual's identity or motive, it's still a good thing that Rob chose to end his exploration before the situation or the weather got any worse, and he managed to escape the potentially life-threatening situation without any harm.
I think
this other person could have parked somewhere else, and he could have been out in the woods looking for this geezer. They could have done anything. They could have just pissed off. You never know.
that person was more worried than I. Well, what did we learn from this experience? Don't go Viking tomb camping, at least not by yourself.
If you've enjoyed the
Always take a shotgun with you. Get prepared.
video so far, it would mean a lot if you considered subscribing. Over 95% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. Your support really helps the channel grow, and in return, I promise to keep bringing you guys the best quality content. Now let's get back to the video.
While we're here, I will do one thing, because I keep forgetting to do it. Hit the fucking like button, man. I keep forgetting.
In December 2024, a content creator named Avery uploaded a chilling video to her TikTok page, Avery Solo Travels. Her channel primarily documents her everyday lifestyle as she travels to various locations around the world. Her videos often showcase the beauty of nature, review of local foods, and simply share her experiences as a solo traveler. In this particular video, Avery decided to travel to Costa Rica. The first few videos she uploaded during her trip were fairly typical, documenting her daily life in the country, trying the local cuisine, and capturing the beauty of Costa Rica. However, one specific video she uploaded during her trip was far from ordinary. In the video, Avery was staying in an Airbnb in a remote part of Costa Rica. After a long day of traveling, Avery returned to her Airbnb and decided to get some sleep. However, when she woke up and went outside to get some fresh air, that's when she encountered something truly disturbing.
Bum, bum, bum.
Y'all, I just woke up. Listen to this. What the f is that noise?
Hell nah.
Sounds like the Chupacabra. Or Bigfoot. Like he's angry. Do monkeys in Costa Rica wake the whole town up with these noises?
I can't tell what it could be. How would you know what Bigfoot sounds like?
What the f is that? This is the most terrifying sound I've ever heard.
As soon as Avery woke up, she suddenly heard a loud growling noise echoing through the forest. By this point, Avery had absolutely no idea what animal or creature could be making those noises. The noises continued for the next several minutes, and Avery listened intently, trying to determine their source. But again, given that she had never heard those types of noises, she couldn't identify or make sense of their source. Avery then got out of her bed and eventually went towards the noise to investigate their source.
Could be a donkey with a sore throat.
What the f is this noise? Listen. That is not an angry dog. What the f is that? It's been making that angry noise for an hour now. And it just gets closer and closer.
I don't have a clue.
What the f***? It's like Godzilla is here.
Godzilla.
What is that? The Chupacabra?
It could be the Sugar Puff monster. Ooh.
I've got no sleep tonight. And I almost fell asleep. And then I started hearing that noise. And it's like right across the street. I'm so glad her place is fenced in, but what the f*** is that?
It doesn't sound like any sort of animal, but I know of.
After Avery went outside to investigate the noise, she quickly realized that the sounds were echoing from a nearby location and were in fact getting closer to where she was staying. For the next few minutes, she tried her best to rationalize the sounds, but again, she couldn't comprehend what animal could have produced such a loud growling noise. By this point, Avery was consumed with fear and anxiety over everything she had been witnessing that day, but she didn't leave or go back inside. Instead, she composed herself and remained outside her tent, determined to understand the source of the noises. However, as she was attempting to comprehend their source, she heard the noises again, but this time they were louder and closer.
To me, it kind of sounds like someone's blowing through like some sort of horn or something. Something real weird.
Yo, this noise is literally getting closer, as if it's like right outside the gate. Is that an angry gorilla? It's coming from right over there.
I don't know
That's
what.
the way you gotta walk to the beach.
I don't know what
And I
animals
was gonna take a
Costa
nice
Rica
walk
has.
over there in this morning to the beach. I'm not going over there now. Because what the fuck is that? It's fucking terrifying. Whatever can make that noise can probably rip my fucking face off. But it's been making that noise. Oh my god.
Like, can she not just go around the camp and ask someone? Surely she's not alone there, right?
What is that?
After hearing the growling noise getting louder and closer, Avery decided not to investigate the sounds further and eventually chose to go inside. Disturbingly, at one point, the loud growling noises even woke up and startled the other animals in the jungle. By this point, Avery had absolutely no idea if the noises were merely caused by a dog or some other animal, or if it was something far more sinister. Fortunately for Avery, she wisely chose to return to her tent before the situation escalated. It remains a mystery what the true source of the noises were, but throughout her investigation, Avery did suspect that the noise could have been caused by Bigfoot or a Chupacabra, but it's very unlikely that she actually encountered either of these creatures that day. Another theory she considered was that a gorilla might have caused the sounds. But again, this theory might not be plausible, especially since gorillas are not found in Costa Rica and are native to parts of Africa. The only other logical explanation that comes to mind is that the noise might have been produced by howler monkeys, which do exist in Costa Rica.
I mean, I've just looked up animals that are in that place, and there's not really standing out like a really thingy. Like this howler monkey. Or could it be like a jaguar maybe making a weird ass noise? Apart from that, it's just like shitty stuff. Like sloths and little tiny frogs and shit. I don't know. What the hell's a tapirus or some shit like that? Huh. Fuck knows. I mean, it kinda sounded like that.
Is that an angry fucking gorilla? But it's been making that noise. Oh my god.
If the noises were caused by a howler monkey, then this encounter becomes even more alarming. Although howler monkeys are not typically known to be aggressive toward humans, it's important to note that they are still wild animals, and their behavior can be very unpredictable. If Avery had continued to investigate the noises and approached them too closely or provoked them, their instincts could kick in if they feel cornered or threatened, and they might react in an aggressive manner. But fortunately for Avery, she wisely chose not to investigate the noises further, and she managed to escape the potentially dangerous situation without being harmed or injured. In July of 2011, a rather terrifying video was uploaded to the YouTube channel Sean SW. The footage captures a man hiking through a trail in eastern British Columbia. The footage at first glance doesn't seem unusual, as it just documents the uploader jogging through the forest, seemingly trying to enjoy nature and get some physical activity. The uploader even runs into fellow.
I think this is the one where, like, a bear comes out of goddamn nowhere.
Hikers, but there is little to no interaction between them. The individual is fully focused on his run. The first half of the video is anything but normal, merely showcasing the man running at an alarming pace. However, as the video progresses, the man reaches a remote part of the forest, and that's when his camera captures something extremely disturbing.
Coming up on your left. Thanks. Holy shit!
Like, imagine how scary that'd be, man. I'd have shit dripping down my leg while I'm sprinting. Like, this guy has got some good fucking lungs on him to keep on running. Like, I might not have the lungs, but I'd probably out sprint him. 100%. I'm fucking gone. Like, I'm gone, but by the time I get to safety, that's it. I'm gonna need a fucking ambulance for new lungs.
Oh, that was fun.
To the uploader's absolute.
Like, the thing is though, like, what about all these other people that has just passed? Like, they could be in danger from that bear. Because they did look quite, like, oldish.
Shock, a grizzly bear suddenly appeared out of nowhere and began chasing him. Terrified for his life, the man immediately started running, all while the bear was behind him. For the next several minutes, driven by pure survival instinct, the man continued to run towards safety, occasionally glancing back to check if the bear was still chasing him. But the video abruptly ends before the uploader provided any further information about whether he was injured or even attacked. However, considering the fact that the man managed to outrun the bear for nearly 2 minutes, it's more likely that the bear did initially try to chase him, but at some point left him alone, as bears can run significantly faster than humans, and it is nearly impossible for an average human or even a professional runner to outrun a.
Oh my god. That'd be scary as hell, that running at you. I think they run like, is it 30 miles per hour or something mad like that?
Bear if it is actively trying to chase them down. And based on the footage, it does seem like the bear stopped following the man at some point, as it wasn't behind him when he looked back. Nevertheless, the uploader was.
The thing is though, it might not be behind him, it could be running through all the trees. You never know. Right, there we have it, ladies and gents. That is most disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, really appreciate the support as always. I really enjoyed them, to be fair, it was quite chilled. Like, it was better than like the paranormal ones. They're just getting shitter and shitter, man. But But yeah, take care, and I will see you all shortly. Peace.